Hello, my friend. Look what we have here. So I was finally able to find some good footage from Mattias Norlinder, the third round pick this year for the Abs, an overager from Sweden. Okay, and since I have quite a bit of footage on him, I'll go quickly here on his profile. So like I said, he's already 19. And in the past, Trevor Timmins, I'm not sure he has picked a lot of overager that early in the draft. So it's pretty interesting. Maybe there's a change of philosophy in the organization. But yeah, they took a swing on an older guy. Maybe someone that went a little bit under the radar. He definitely was under the radar for me because I haven't seen him play that much. Okay, so we can go down here on his stats. You can see last year he played on the Super Elite under 20 most of the year. He also went in the Allsvenskan. I'm probably butchering this name, but this is like the American League for the SHL, so it's a pretty strong league, and he was promoted to that league. Here, the under 20, I would say it's similar to the CHL. The top team in the playoff, especially with all the big name, the caliber of play is very strong though. So maybe in the playoff it's a little bit stronger than the CHL in my opinion. Let's jump right in with the footage. So you will be looking at number 27. So those are games mainly from the junior under 20. Keep that in mind. There's only one game I was able to find in the Allsvenskan, the better league, and he'll be wearing number 6 in that league. For the first few clips, I want to highlight what I think he's the best at. So for me, what I like the most is how he's able to beat the first forward that put pressure on him by using his great speed, agility, and also his hands. For a defenseman, I think his hands are really above average, and he's easily able to beat the first guy that put pressure on him almost every time. I will explain a little bit why I think this is such an important ability to have. So really, it's simple math. So when you're able to get someone out of the play, so you eliminate one forward, this really opens up the play, and this will create a lot of mini 2-on-1 situation all over the ice. So you'll be able to take advantage of those situations, and this will turn into a scoring chance, maybe penalty, a lot of good stuff really. I thought that sequence was really sweet. So he first started with a nice zone entry, after that followed by a nice back check defensive play and another counter attack. So it's really priceless for a team to have a D that is able to do that. It's gonna help improve the overall offense by a lot, and it's a lot easier to play forward when you have a defenseman on your team like that that is able to do that. It makes your life much easier. This right here, I thought it was a really great sequence. So I'm gonna pause it, and you can see he's really trapped now. There's 3 other players near him. He doesn't have any good passing lane, but watch how quickly he turned a bad situation into a good one. And one more time, another great rush that led to a penalty. And this one is absolutely nasty. I think I watched this one 10 times. It's unreal how he's able to do that. And also one thing to note, he's a left-handed defenseman, but he play on his offside, so he play on the right side. But I guess he doesn't mind. He's able to do stuff like this on the right side. So this is just an added bonus. I'm sure he would be able to play on the left side as well, because it's much easier, especially for the first pass when you're on your good side. For the skating, I only have this clip, and of course all the other clip before, the other rushes. But I think he's deceptively fast. So he's someone with a long stride, a long smooth stride. So it doesn't look like he's going very fast, but his top speed I think is great. And you can see on this clip, he goes from 0 to 100 pretty quick. On this clip, he's number 6. And with his good skating, he has the luxury to go a little bit further in the other zone down low and still manage to get back on time. In terms of play style, he's someone that will play pretty aggressively, especially in the other zone. So he's not scared to go down low, he's not scared to take chance, and he will be in your face. So a guy like this won't give the other team too many time to think about his decision, because he's always in your face. So when he's in the other zone, he's always actively looking for something. So here's another good example. He goes backdoor, so he can read the play very well, and his timing is good to go on the offense. Now we're gonna take a look at his shot. And this is a part of his game that I'm not a huge fan. He's someone, first, his release, I think it's pretty slow. So he doesn't have a fast release. His shot is not very heavy. So he has a lot of work to do on that part, in my opinion. He is pretty accurate though, so he's able to find corner. So that's the good part. But I think his technique is gonna need some improvement. Right now he's only using his arm when he's shooting, and he's not strong enough physically. His upper body is not to the point where he can only use his arm, so he's gonna need to use his whole body and do weight transfer, drive through with his leg and everything. And mentally as well, he's gonna need to fully commit when he shoots the puck, so he needs to give 100% every time he's shooting. And right now he feels like someone that doesn't really like shooting the puck. But like I said, his shot is pretty accurate and it's not terrible. Don't get me wrong, maybe I think it's slightly below average, but if he's able to take shot from this spot in the slot like that every time, he's gonna have good result in the end. And this one was an absolute beauty. In overtime for the hat trick, no problem, no big deal. So for now, we've seen that he's pretty good offensively. He has a great hand. He's able to beat defender one-on-one. But the real question, can he defend? Because most of his skill set are similar to a forward, but can he play defense? So we're going to take a look at a few clips defensively. And I was really surprised. Actually, a lot better than I thought defensively. I think his IQ is really, really good. So his positioning is always on point, and his stick defense as well. And by stick defense, I mean, there's a lot of things you could do defensively with your stick. So it's either blocking a passing lane, you can also force the forward on his backhand, or being very close to block his shot if he does shot. There's also one-on-one battle, so being able to retrieve the puck on one-on-one battle on the board. One guy that came to mind that was really good with the stick defense is Andrei Markov. So he was never the fastest guy, but his stick was always well positioned. He was always able to block a shot, or he was good even though he wasn't strong on the board. He found a way to came out with the puck, and this is something I thought Norlinder was doing very well. Sorry, I ran out of defensive clips, so I throw in a few hits that he made. He's not super physical, but he's not afraid to finish a few hits here and there. Now let's take a look at his passing ability, and once again, this is a strong part of his game. He's a pass first kind of guy, so like I said before, I would say even 80-90% of the time he's gonna look to pass the puck, and maybe this is something he could tone down a little bit and try to look for his own shot, be a little bit more selfish. It's rare that I say that, but in his case, maybe he's gonna need to pass less and shoot a little bit more often. But all in all, he has an insanely good vision. I think he sees the plays, he processes the game so fast that the game seems to be in slow motion for him. So he's always able to find passing lane. He's a great passer. And I think this clip really sums it up for me. So another easy deke one-on-one. It seems like he's able to beat guy with his eyes closed, and then he proceeds with a saucer pass. And I love me some sauce. Give me all the sauce. I love a player that's able to do that easily like he does. My final verdict on him, so I'm really happy with this pick. Once again, another great pick by Timmins. At first I wasn't sure because I didn't really knew him and he was an overager, but after watching all the games, I'm really happy. I think there's a lot of upside here, and he's more of a new age kind of defenseman, more offensive minded, kind of like a forward, but he more than make up for it with his hockey IQ. And in all the game I've watched, I haven't seen him really do very bad play defensively. So I think he has potential to be a top 4 two-way defenseman in the NHL. So that's all you can wish for a third round pick like that. And this is going to be it for this one. I just want to say a quick thank you to the new subscriber. We hit 600 subscriber, which is pretty nice. And for the next video, it's going to be Jordan Harris. And it's funny because Jordan Harris and Norlinder are both shooting from the left, but playing on the right side on their offside. So this is going to give a little bit more flexibility to the management. So I'm pretty sure both of them should be able to play on the left side as well if needed.